A generation ago, choosing where to live was usually tied to choosing where to work. Today, millions of remote professionals can carry their office across borders, and governments around the world have begun creating legal pathways designed specifically for people whose income travels with them. The result is a remarkable new map of global mobility. From Mediterranean coastlines to tropical islands and mountain cities, countries are competing for remote workers who can arrive with overseas income while building a temporary life somewhere entirely different. Europe provides one of the most dramatic starting points, and Spain shows why. From high above the Mediterranean, long beaches, mountain ranges and historic cities unfold across a country offering qualifying foreign professionals a dedicated route to live there while working remotely. Spain's program is designed primarily for people working through digital technology for companies outside the country. Self-employed applicants can have some Spanish clients within defined limits, while professional qualifications or relevant experience also form part of the eligibility requirements. But the paperwork is only the doorway into a much larger landscape. Valencia opens onto the Mediterranean, Andalusia spreads across mountains and whitewashed villages, while northern Spain replaces dry southern scenery with green valleys and a rugged Atlantic coast. For remote workers, that variety creates choices extending far beyond Barcelona and Madrid. Someone can build everyday life beside the Mediterranean, beneath mountains or within a smaller historic city while remaining connected to an employer thousands of kilometers away. Travel east across the Mediterranean and Croatia offers an even more dramatic aerial transformation. Hundreds of islands scatter along the Adriatic, ancient stone towns occupy narrow peninsulas, and mountains rise immediately behind water glowing in extraordinary shades of blue. Croatia has a dedicated temporary stay category for third-country digital nomads working through communications technology for foreign companies or their own businesses registered outside Croatia. Current rules allow qualifying temporary stay for up to 18 months, although financial and other requirements apply. The greatest argument for Croatia, however, appears from the air. Dubrovnik's walls meet the Adriatic beneath rugged mountains, islands stretch northward along Dalmatia, and Istria combines hill towns, forests and a coastline facing some of Europe's clearest water. Away from the busiest summer destinations, smaller coastal communities reveal another version of remote life. A laptop can close at the end of the working day and within minutes the landscape outside becomes harbor, mountains and open Adriatic rather than another commute through city traffic. Farther north, Estonia represents a completely different philosophy. Tallinn's medieval skyline rises beside the Baltic Sea, but beyond the capital enormous forests, wetlands and islands spread across one of Europe's most sparsely populated landscapes. Estonia became one of the early countries associated with formal digital nomad immigration, building on an international reputation for digital government and technology. The appeal here is less about escaping into permanent sunshine and more about combining modern digital infrastructure with a quieter Northern European lifestyle. From above, roads disappear through vast forests before reaching small Baltic communities and empty stretches of coastline. During summer, long northern evenings create a landscape of green islands and reflective water that feels far removed from the tropical imagery usually associated with digital nomads. Then the journey turns southwest toward Portugal, where the Atlantic changes the scenery again. Lisbon and Porto provide the familiar gateways, but beyond them are vineyards, mountain interiors, wild coastline and island landscapes stretching far into the ocean. Portugal has become closely associated with international remote workers, supported by residence pathways for people earning income from outside the country. As with every destination in this journey, the precise route depends on employment circumstances, income and the type of residence being requested. The visual possibilities extend far beyond Lisbon's cafes. Madeira rises almost vertically from the Atlantic, with roads cutting across volcanic mountains while villages occupy narrow strips of land between towering slopes and the ocean. And this is where Europe's digital nomad story becomes something larger than visas. Remote work allows people to consider places that once made sense primarily for holidays, retirement or local employment and ask whether those landscapes could support ordinary working life instead. Cross the Atlantic and that possibility becomes even more dramatic. Costa Rica's Pacific coastline appears beneath jungle-covered mountains, with beaches, rivers and tropical communities scattered along hundreds of kilometers of green shoreline. Costa Rica already attracts remote workers through a dedicated framework for qualifying foreign earners, but its greater advantage is geographical variety. Pacific beaches, volcanic highlands, cloud forests and Caribbean landscapes exist within a country small enough for radically different environments to remain relatively close. Farther south, Brazil expands that scale enormously. Rio de Janeiro sits between Atlantic beaches and forest-covered granite mountains, while thousands of kilometers of coastline continue through tropical and subtropical landscapes far beyond the famous city. Brazil maintains a specific temporary visa route for qualifying digital nomads working remotely for foreign employers using information technology. The government's official guidance remained active and was updated in April 2026, confirming that this is not simply an old pandemic-era program still circulating through travel blogs. Yet Brazil's greatest attraction cannot be explained by an application form. Florianopolis combines beaches, lagoons and forested hills with an established technology scene, while other regions offer everything from enormous coastal cities to tropical communities surrounded by landscapes that seem to continue forever. And as South America opens beneath us, the digital nomad map becomes even more interesting. Ahead lie Andean cities surrounded by mountains, Pacific landscapes beneath volcanoes, and countries where overseas income can create possibilities that would be difficult to imagine in many of the world's most expensive cities. Because Europe may have helped formalize the digital nomad movement, but the next destinations reveal how global it has become, before the journey continues toward Asia, Africa and some of the most spectacular remote work landscapes on Earth. South America becomes even more dramatic as the journey reaches Colombia, where the Andes divide into immense green ranges before falling toward tropical valleys and the Caribbean. From above, cities appear almost enclosed by mountains, while roads disappear through coffee country and highland landscapes far beyond the country's major urban centers. Colombia's official digital nomad visa allows qualifying remote workers to provide services online exclusively for foreign companies, whether independently or through employment. Applicants must demonstrate qualifying foreign income and health coverage, and the visa can be issued for up to 2 years. Medellin provides the familiar starting point, stretching along a narrow valley surrounded by steep green mountains. But beyond the city, Antioquia opens into extraordinary countryside where colorful towns sit above rivers, coffee farms cover hillsides and winding roads cross seemingly endless ridgelines. Continue south and Ecuador compresses an astonishing amount of geography into a relatively small country. Quito occupies a high Andean valley beneath volcanic peaks, while mountain roads climb toward crater lakes before eventually descending toward either the Pacific coast or the Amazon basin. Ecuador officially maintains a temporary residence category called the Rentista para Trabajo Remoto, or Nomad Visa, for qualifying foreign remote workers. The attraction is immediately visible from the air, where enormous volcanoes, patchwork farmland and historic highland towns create a completely different setting for remote life. Then the journey crosses the Pacific toward Asia, where digital nomad programs are opening another enormous region to longer-term remote living. Thailand provides the spectacular introduction, with forested northern mountains giving way to limestone islands, turquoise bays and tropical coastlines stretching toward the Malaysian border. For years, Thailand attracted remote workers even without a visa created specifically around the traditional digital nomad lifestyle. Newer long-stay pathways have expanded the possibilities, but eligibility and permitted activities vary, making Thailand a destination where understanding the exact visa category remains particularly important. The landscape needs little explanation. Northern roads wind through mountains surrounding Chiang Mai, while farther south enormous limestone formations rise from brilliant tropical water and islands scatter across the Andaman Sea. Cross into Malaysia and the remote work framework becomes more explicit. The country's Duranto Nomad Pass was created for qualified foreign digital nomads and can provide stays of between 3 and 12 months, with an option to renew under the program's rules. Malaysia also widened Duranto beyond its original emphasis on technology and digital professionals. The expanded program covers a broader range of qualifying professions, making the country relevant to more remote workers than when the initiative first launched. From above, Kuala Lumpur quickly gives way to a much greener Malaysia. Rainforest-covered mountains stretch through the peninsula, while Langkawi's islands rise from the Andaman Sea beneath limestone cliffs and enormous areas of tropical vegetation. Indonesia offers an even larger island world, although its remote worker pathways should not be reduced to the assumption that anyone carrying a laptop can simply relocate indefinitely to Bali. Immigration categories and permitted activities matter, and travelers need to match their actual work circumstances to the appropriate current permission. Visually, Bali is only the beginning. Rice terraces climb through green valleys, volcanic mountains dominate the interior, and beyond the island lie thousands of Indonesian landscapes ranging from tropical coastlines to enormous volcanic chains. Japan provides perhaps the greatest contrast in Asia. Tokyo's immense urban landscape gives way to Mount Fuji, forested mountains, rugged coastline and traditional communities that reveal how dramatically life can change within a few hours of the capital. Japan has also entered the remote work conversation with a dedicated digital nomad framework for eligible foreign nationals, showing how far the concept has moved beyond inexpensive tropical destinations. For some workers, the attraction is not lower costs at all, but the chance to temporarily experience an entirely different country without interrupting an overseas career. Then Africa changes the scale again. South Africa offers the extraordinary combination of major cities and immense natural landscapes, with Cape Town squeezed between Table Mountain and two oceans before the coastline stretches toward mountains, vineyards and the garden route. For remote workers, this represents another evolution of the movement. Digital nomadism is no longer concentrated in a handful of famous hubs. Governments increasingly see internationally employed professionals as people who can stay longer, rent homes and spend within local economies without competing directly for conventional local jobs. And nowhere is the appeal easier to understand than on the islands of the Indian Ocean. Mauritius rises from turquoise lagoons into volcanic mountains, with sugarcane fields, waterfalls and forested peaks creating an island landscape that feels purpose-built for aerial exploration. The wider global picture is now remarkable. Europe offers Mediterranean coastlines and Baltic cities. Latin America combines lower-cost destinations with mountains and tropical landscapes, while Asia and Africa are developing their own approaches to attracting people whose jobs exist somewhere beyond their borders. But a digital nomad visa is never simply permission to live permanently wherever you choose. Income thresholds, health insurance, tax implications, employment restrictions and permitted lengths of stay vary enormously, and programs can change much faster than the travel videos describing them. That makes the visa only the beginning of the decision. The larger question is whether everyday life works once the spectacular aerial landscape becomes the view outside an ordinary Monday morning. Because something fundamental has changed. For a growing number of people, earning a salary no longer automatically determines the country, city or even continent where that life must take place. And as the final aerial journey moves from Mediterranean islands across Andean mountains, Asian coastlines and the turquoise Indian Ocean, the possibilities seem almost limitless. The world has not become one enormous office, but for remote workers who qualify, far more of it has become possible to call home.